What's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Elevate Your Grind, brought to you by the Cannabis Lab. I'm your host, Todd Rosales, and we are continuing our series of events here at the Flowery as we continue to interview their crew. They're giving us deep insight into their business. We had David Polly, we had Brian Roberts on. We're going to be doing Mike Smuts. We have Keelin and Katie. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
We're out in the Clearwater dispensary, by the way. It's a great location. No food in the area.
Yeah, no food around here, actually.
There is
have to drive a little bit.
Yeah, there's only one good Greek spot. They have a good gyro, and that's about it.
Where is the good gyro?
It's about 5 minutes away.
I should have asked you this before we started recording.
You should have.
Yeah.
Can you get us gyros while we're recording?
We need euro stat. I think it's called like subs and euros.
He's not actually.
I've actually heard that, I think. Yeah.
But,
yeah. No.
cool. So, however, are you guys both based out of Clearwater here, or?
So I am, but
I work from home.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm
nice.
Yeah, it's very nice. I'm at the Clearwater store all the time though, because Keelin and I live together. So I'm here. I like staying in touch with everything going on in store and stuff.
Do you ever get jealous when you wake up in the morning and she's just like, "Yeah, I'm gonna chill here. I gotta go."
I get so
you're an AGM too.
So jealous.
You just recently got promoted. You're AGM. So I imagine that means that like you're the person who unlocks the door some days. I imagine.
Yes, most days. Most days I am here in the morning. I am honestly there till close. Katie gets off at like 4:30.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm going to work.
Yeah, it's so funny. We'll like wake up, open our doors, dab each other up. I go back into my room to work. She goes into her car to come here. It's so funny. It's a routine.
It is.
But yeah, it's like a flowery house at our
really
apartment.
cool.
Yeah, we have some cool like flowery decor. It's a vibe.
We made it. We made it our own. We have a bong cart. So instead of a bar cart like normal, we have like all of our smoking stuff on this cart that literally can move around
anywhere we want it. Anywhere we want
That's
it.
awesome. What did you guys do before the Flowery?
I was a model with Wilhelmina in Miami for a long time, and then a lot of reasons why I quit, but I fell in love with cannabis, and then I became a bud tender at Liberty Health.
Okay.
And I was there for like a year. And then after that, I wanted to elevate my game. So I applied for the Flowery and I haven't looked back.
Very cool.
Yeah, I love it here.
That's awesome.
My story is a lot less exciting.
It is, yes.
I went to college. I actually got my degree in cannabis, so that is pretty cool.
Pretty dope.
Hey, where'd you get cannabis
I
from?
went to Florida Gulf Coast University, and my degree is in integrated studies, but I was able to take a bunch of different cannabis classes. So like horticulture, learning about just how cannabis in the body works, mind, how it works just in the society, like you name it, I was learning about it.
They have that program at Florida Gulf Coast?
Yes, they do. They have actually even just like a course where you can just get a certificate, which is really cool.
So we're gonna be fixated on this for a second.
No, we can fixate on this forever.
Who, like, what type of like, where are they getting the teachers from? What are the backgrounds here? Like, who are you actually learning from?
So Dr. Rosenthal is she has been a professor for years. She's actually, I forget what brain
Neurosurgeon?
She was not a neurosurgeon, but she
psychologist.
She's
neurologist.
Neurologist.
She studies neurology.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm not one.
Can you tell me that? And so she studies neurology, just probably one of the smartest ladies you would even imagine talking to. But for some reason, she fixated on just drugs and how they affect the brain and how they affect society and everything. And she got really into just cannabis, and she doesn't even smoke it. She just loves teaching about it, and got a group of amazing professors together that also love smoking weed and teaching about weed, and they are probably some of the coolest people I've ever met. Dr. Walsh is another guy who is absolutely and utterly amazing. They pretty much run the program together, and it was so much fun. You learn so much. It is just like I couldn't imagine a better experience.
Can I ask you what year you graduated?
I graduated in 2017.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
So that's like 5 years ago.
No, that was high school. I graduated in 20. Oh my God, what am I saying?
Yeah,
21. Oh my God.
Okay, so how long has that program been around now?
So I was I was the second year of doing that. So the year before me was the first year of that happening, and they're still rocking, they're still rolling. The certificate, I think, is like the biggest thing that she runs now, because anyone can do that. And it happens, I think, twice a year, just kind of like a calendar year with
what drew you into wanting to have a degree in cannabis, if you will?
It's crazy because I was a finance major before.
Yeah.
So I was taking business classes. I was ready to like take a full-on career in finance. I was actually really good at it too. But something just honestly, COVID happened.
Like investment side or
And like it was just everything changed. And I was like, you know what? Like I got a job. I was a server at the time and I got a job at a dispensary. And I was like, you know what? Like I think I'm gonna switch over to this side of things. And I just completely switched my entire career to just career-wise, school-wise, everything-wise, just full on went into cannabis,
That's
just
cool.
learning pretty much everything I can about
That's
it.
really
And
cool.
yeah.
So
Super dope.
how did you, so going into modeling, was cannabis just something part of like your routine? Was it part of like, how did you come across it?
Oh my God. I feel like, I don't know, I've always been a smoker, like ever since high school.
Okay.
I feel like I've just always kind of smoked weed. But kind of like Keelan said, I don't know, I just like started to smoke a lot more kind of around COVID, honestly. And I don't know. I just like kind of getting out of modeling, my mental health was really bad. So I really did use it, honestly, for like my mental health issues.
I don't know how
And
great retail is for mental health. But
yeah, I know. I know. But yeah, it's literally awful.
Here though, not bad.
like at least with modeling, maybe it's like, virtual comments. You can turn it
Yeah.
off. Like you got customers that are just like,
That's
hey,
true. That's true. No, I
my
completely agree.
packaging is smudged. It's
Yeah.
like, okay.
Yeah. No, it can be, it's a different type of
joking,
mental health
obviously.
pressure. Yeah. But yeah, I just started smoking a lot for that. And then I was like, honestly, this is what I want to work for. So got my first job in the industry and just kind of went on from there.
Very cool. I'm always interested to see how people like get into it. Like I had a
Yeah.
9-year career in technology, another 4 years in finance before I got into cannabis. Like, so it's crazy to me. Like, I feel like I would have been one right that kind of bring this back. So like in college, I'm what, 37. So like drinking, like
Yeah.
I grew up in the dare era. I wasn't a big smoker.
Mhm.
I've talked about on the show. I didn't really discover weed till after college when I started smoking more regularly.
Right.
So like I managed a liquor store in college because I liked to drink. I liked alcohol. I liked, and then I tried to go into that industry. So I feel like having the ability to go into cannabis is actually going to give a lot of people the ability to, in school, like follow the traditional path into a career,
Yeah.
but actually be able to pick cannabis early on, and like people not be like, oh, you're fucking crazy for going to the industry. It's like, bitch, I have a degree in it.
Yeah.
Like, from a real university that was in the Final Four or Elite Eight, I think, at one point in time.
Yeah, they were really killing it in basketball at one point. That's like the only reason why they're known. And now for cannabis, which is really cool. But there's multiple schools now that are doing degrees for this. One of my friends is getting a master's pretty much in cannabis.
One of my friends is too.
Yeah.
Actually, no, he's getting his doctor, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it goes more into at that point.
Doctor of weed.
Yeah, no, literally.
Yeah,
I think Be Real was the first one to get that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing.
It's really
Really? Be Real joke. Are you sleeping over there? Am I supposed to chime in? I mean, you could laugh.
You can hear it in the back.
Giggle.
We can't hear you on the mic. Anything you respond is nobody actually hears it. Oh God, I need a new producer.
Get him out of here.
Oh goodness.
Yeah, this is the first time he's ever hiding behind a wall.
I know. The fact that I can't see him.
I know. I'm like,
really,
hey.
It's really creepy. I know he's there, but you just can't see him.
Very cool. So, customer service. So, what do you spend your day doing in your pajamas?
Oh man, yeah, I'm always in my pajamas. But it's a lot of like, if you call the Flowery, you have probably a 1 in 4 chance of hearing my name.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
That's not good.
Yeah.
Now the
We've
people are gonna
definitely
know.
talked before.
Yeah, we probably have. But
I'm a pleasure to deal with, I promise.
yeah, I'm sure you are. Yeah, but I answer the phones, emails, all that kind of stuff.
Cool.
Yeah.
I've canceled a couple deliveries. I'm sorry.
That's fine. It's fine. I don't get mad.
Very
Like,
cool.
that's fine. Yeah.
So how has this
Everyone's got a call. Everyone's got a call.
Everyone has their
once in a
things.
while, you know?
So like I know the reputation of the Flowery down south, obviously being out of Homestead, we've gone down to the cultivation. I remember going to the opening of the first dispensary in North Miami, and then it's been regular delivery to Broward, Palm Beach, and Dade County. So like there's a great reputation there.
Yeah.
How has the reception been over here? Because I feel like I don't know why. I feel like Tampa has a great weed community that's kind of very separate and distinct from like the Miami, Fort Lauderdale weed community. Not different, not better, not worse, but like, and I feel like it was lacking over here.
Yeah, I've been here for about probably like a year and a half, and it definitely is lacking a lot more over here than it is in Miami. But also, I feel like Miami has places for people to openly smoke.
Yeah.
And I feel like that conversation is just like, it's a completely different world when you go to Miami when it comes to smoking versus here. I mean, for instance, like we are pretty much almost got kicked out of our apartment for doing it versus like in Miami, like, do you think
Nobody
that's happening?
cares.
No, like
Well,
that's
paying a lot
not
more for
happening.
their
Yeah.
apartment.
Yeah,
That is
but
true.
it's like, and you know, but it's like it's in everyone's leases, but it's like, is anyone caring?
Yeah.
No, because that's an
Yeah.
everyday thing. Like everyone smells weed in Miami. It's
Yeah.
what you know.
Yeah.
But and especially, I mean, especially here in Clearwater, it's not like that. But Tampa, I mean, downtown definitely a little bit probably more open, but it is a very family town. I feel like there's a lot of family things happening all the time, so that kind of changes the game when it comes to smoking. But it is changing. There are a lot of events that are going on. I mean, KushCon, there are a lot of educational events that are like changing the reputation when it comes to cannabis in this town, which I think is great. I think it's real just about education and telling people like, hey, like this isn't a bad thing. We're helping people. Like there's ways where you can't even smell it, you won't even notice it happening. Like there's so many great different routes that you can use that, you know, you don't really have to even notice. And it's like people are kind of losing that aspect of things because they only know of one route that reeks up an entire place.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like, you know, we don't have to do that. Like, yeah, I know, you know, we don't need to smoke in restaurants, but you know, if I'm at a bar, you know, everyone's smoking cigs, why can I light up a joint?
Exactly. Yeah.
So that's the one thing I love about what New York did. New York essentially, and with the exception of private property, if it's legal to smoke cigarettes there, you can smoke weed there.
I love it.
I think that's beautiful. I think if you're going to be able to smell a cigarette, you should be able to smell weed as well. And again, I'm so respectful. I'm not going to smoke weed at Disney.
Yeah, right.
Like I'm not going to, you know,
maybe a little 710 pot,
but you know, I'm gonna like light up a joint at Disney, you know, like I probably won't do that like in front of kids, but like if I can hit my vape, you know, next to a child and they won't know, then like, you know, I can hit my vape to a next to a kid and they won't know.
I assume nobody from Disney is watching this because I'd like to not lose my annual passes, but I have 2 kids. You know, obviously I just called them to say goodnight.
Yeah.
We were just there Sunday through Tuesday. And I got a blueberry haze 710 pot.
Yeah.
That got me through like literally. So when you say you wouldn't spark up a joint in Disney, like, so like we stayed at this, I don't know how well you guys know Disney, but we stayed at the Swan and Dolphin and you can walk to Epcot. So like, you know, I got out of the hotel on the far side of where I needed to go from, sparked it. By the time I was on the other side of the hotel by Epcot, it was done.
Yeah, like places for sure.
I will tell you, and
I've smoked weed, I think, everywhere in Universal.
But I will tell you, I don't know if I'd admit that, especially if your household is. But I will tell you though, like I would walk like towards like the center of the hotel, and there was like a family coming out with their kids, and I'm like, shit, and I would turn around.
Yeah.
And it's not even like that it's weed or anything else. It's just I talk about this all the time, like what is the future of public cannabis consumption, right? Because this country, society has fought for so long to take smoke out of public places, like, and I still follow those rules. Like if I wouldn't smoke, if someone wouldn't smoke a cigarette there or a cigar or whatever, I'm not going to smoke weed there. I'll vape, like, and even still, I'm very discreet about it. So I'm always curious to know, like, as weed advances, like, the joint is not going to be allowed in a lot of places. And I'm kind of, as much as I am a joint smoker, like I'll joke, I'll say I like joints more than I like weed. Like,
yeah,
you know?
I love joints.
So like, but I'm of the ilk, like I get it. I don't want them in public places either. I don't want to walk into a restaurant, it's just fogged out, reeking like weed, like, because there are people in my life that don't do it and they're not going to enjoy themselves as much. So
exactly, it's
just
that is true. Smoky bar. It's like no one wants to go into a smoky bar. Like there's a reason why there's smoking areas and there's places for people to conjugate outside away from everyone else where they can. And
so
I feel like that's fair.
What is the customer dynamic here? So like I feel like most of the medical patients in Florida are actually older.
Definitely older. I think here we have a really good range. I mean, I see kids again from 18 to people who are probably in their 80s. So it's every which way. I think the average would probably be around the 40s, 50s, I would want to say, to be honest with you. So
Are they coming? So like, when the people are coming in like 40s, 50s up there, are they coming in like, yo, I saw the white cherry gelato.
It's fire on Reddit.
Are they just looking at the menu and being like, oh, I recognize this? Or are they like, oh my God, you guys signed Stravinsky's?
Yeah,
like,
no, I feel like they do know, right?
That is my favorite thing. So I didn't say this before, but I did work at True Leave. And I think that's like the biggest difference between working at like a dispensary like True Leave and the Flowery is just like the customer base difference is insane. Like people would walk into True Leave and just be like, give me your best, give me your highest THC. I want this. And that's it. There was no conversation. Like that was the case.
Yeah.
We're here. Like people know what they want. They know what strains they like. They look at the terps. They're asking.
Their bartenders don't know shit about their product.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. And a lot of them, I mean, to be honest with you,
some do. Some
are really
some don't know anything about their own company, which is weird to me. Like, and I know that like I'm a expert when it comes to Florida cannabis, if you want to call it that. I don't believe that I am, but like they don't know. Like I'd say something like about like a brand that they signed, like, oh really, we did, and I'm just like,
oh my God,
work here? Is there a memo? Like, is there a corporate email you got? So like I have that problem, like, because right now True Leaf has Alien Labs and Connected, and I think they've done a really, really good job with it. And I spoke to Ted, and like I'm very satisfied with what they put out there, but like that's what I'm buying there. Right?
Yeah, right.
Like, so I have a hard time buying it because it's $60 no matter what, and it's just not an enjoyable experience.
Right.
So
I haven't not tried it.
It's not an enjoyable experience anytime you go in there. Working there was terrible.
And it's long, it's no matter, like I had ordered ahead and it was set up. I really shouldn't talk trash about this because it was very kind of them to provide me with product to try. And the product was phenomenal, but the experience, I was stopping by on my way home. It still took me all 25 minutes. And they already knew what I was coming to get. Yeah. So like, that's not enjoyable. And that's probably part of the problem with weed right now. Like we look at, I'm really getting into philosophical things here.
I love it.
You guys get it with retail. Like I look at where some people put retail locations, like in West Palm, there's a lot of people that are in downtown West Palm, which is essentially a strip of bars and restaurants. But like anything you guys have here, what's the parking situation there, right? It's parking garages, it's street parking. There's not like a parking lot for a place to go. We're not at a point in time now where a medical patient is going to be at a restaurant, walk by a dispensary.
Yeah,
like,
no.
I'm going to run in and buy a fucking pre-roll because it takes 20 minutes to do that.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's always interesting seeing the tactics that some of these companies take.
That's true. Actually, I've never thought about it like that.
Like I've done that once in my life. I was on, someone invited me to All Elite Wrestling, AEW, and I don't know if I didn't have time to stop by my house and grab weed, or like I didn't have any at home, and I just like, there's got to be a dispensary between me and there, and I bought a pack of pre-rolls from Fluent just away. But
interesting.
It still took me like 25 minutes, and I'm like sitting there like, I've got to get to this house, like lying, hey man, there's traffic, you know.
That is true.
So, but
that's the worst part.
How do you guys do here? Is it so like, I know a lot of the process, it's not because of you guys, it's because of the state for the most part.
Yeah, I was gonna say the state obviously has their dispensing system, which has its moments. Obviously every company has their different systems, so it depends on how they do it. Is it automatic? Is it manual? Well, like what's the deal? If automatic dispensing is going to be a lot quicker, you're going to be able to get in and out. The way that they hold product, is it in drawers, is it in the back, is multiple people packing it? Like there's so many different ways that different dispensaries do things, and I think the way that the Flowery works is just so efficient. From all the things that I've seen, I think it would be the best way that you could possibly, get in and out of the dispensary as quick as you possibly can with pretty much no issues. Even when we have like 20 plus people in here, no one's waiting more than 20 minutes. Which, you have 1-2 people in another dispensary and you're still waiting 20 minutes. And for that to be like 1 minute a patient, like that's not bad odds at all.
When do people buy weed? Like, when is it busy here?
It is busy right in the morning because everyone thinks they're going to beat the rush. But you are all thinking the same thing. Never forget that. And obviously when everyone gets off work, usually before we close, it's the middle of the day when everyone's kind of doing things that, we're super slow here. And those lucky people are like, hey, no, I'm here. No one else is here. And I'm like, lucky you.
That's interesting.
And they walk in, they get the whole place to themselves. It's like almost like a VIP experience.
Oh yeah.
So how constant, like, are there a lot of dispensaries in the area? Like, what's the Tampa cannabis
feel
scene
like
I mean, Tampa-wise, there are we
We're
pretty
in
much
Clearwater,
we're
I
in
guess.
Clearwater. So Clearwater, there's probably only a couple. There's
Yeah.
not that
Differentiate
many.
yourself, so
Yeah.
I get it.
So,
Yeah.
but if we're talking like Tampa
Literally.
Bay, I mean, there's pretty much every dispensary you
Yeah.
can get in Florida in Tampa Bay. So there is every option. So it is kind of nice
That is
that
true,
like
yeah.
you have every option.
You
So
do.
no matter what you really want to do, whether you want
besides
to
like
smoke
Gold
mints
Leaf.
or whether
Well, they're only in
Oh.
Sebring.
Are they
now.
only?
Sebring or
they
somewhere
do
Are they only
deliver-
delivery?
They
They
do
deliver.
Okay.
They
Yeah.
do deliver to us. I think
They put out a good product. I'm not gonna
Hillsborough.
lie.
I've never tried.
we
Organic
we
living
were
soil.
talking about
Oh,
that.
interesting. Yeah, we
Yeah.
were talking about
Yeah,
it.
we
saw their like little
intrigued.
tent at an event we went to. Oh,
So,
cool.
let's
I'm
talk
always
about-
always intrigued.
Let's talk about what you guys are putting out. So what is your favorite stuff coming out of Flowery right now?
Oh my god.
Let's start with flour because I'm a flower person. so I
Flower.
can just be-
Okay, London pound
London
cake dropped
pound
again
cake
today.
drop. Yeah, it's one of my
It's a
favorite.
flowery strain, right?
It
It's a
is,
flowery
yeah.
strain. It is probably one of my favorite flowery strains.
It was actually, yeah, it was the first strain I ever bought from the Flowery. And I don't know what it is. It is so
I think that
good.
might have been in the
So
initial.
good.
How long have you been buying from the flowery?
I started working here like a year ago,
Okay.
so probably around then. And literally ever since, I don't buy from anywhere else. But besides like here and there if I like
When they
need it.
they
But
first opened up, what year were we at Spring Break? 2019? 2020? 2020?
Yeah,
It was during the pandemic. Okay. So 2020 they started and they launched with banana OG, mimosa, a London pound
London
cake,
pound cake.
grape goddess, a gorilla glue, and the initial like 4 to 8 strains of the flowery, they were just all fucking delightful. I got
Yeah.
they came to the market strong, but they didn't have a ton of supply.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
and I'm starting to see in the menu some of those original strains come back around, and I'm very happy.
Yeah.
about that.
Oh my gosh, I
So-
love it.
It's super exciting. I've only been working for the Flowery for 6 months, but even before that, I was getting the list drops. I was ordering. I've
Yeah.
been a fan from the jump. I don't remember one of the first strain. I don't remember the first strain that I got.
Yeah, I only remember
But-
that because I went to the Miami store and I walked in and I asked the bud tender, what's the best strain you have right now? Because it was like just when I started. And she gave me the London pound cake and I was like, this is so good. It's
Such a
so
good
good.
choice. It's so
We should get
good.
some.
That's awesome. That's a
Yeah,
partner
it
thing. What
dropped
about
today,
from
we
the
have
partner?
Yeah, it dropped today.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, fresh batch.
Fresh batch.
I gotta actually look at the menu. I was
Yeah,
actually as I was
no.
doing it all week. I was doing
After
like
this, we'll
pickups in
talk.
Tampa. Yeah. I wish we had a live menu in here. I would just
We
go
can
through
pull
the
it up on
menu.
our phone.
Yeah,
Pull it
we
up
can
on.
do that.
You know
Let's
what?
do
I
that.
can make that happen right now.
Let's go through the
Let's think
strains.
about it.
Another one of my favorites right now and in the past is the gastropop.
I've never
Yeah,
tried the
gastro
gastro.
pop.
It's
I've been
really
told to try
good.
it.
It's
Yeah,
really
bro.
good.
My phone's about to die, so
I
we
got
have
you.
3%. Deep Space, that's what I have
Deep
right
Space is
now.
really good
Deep
too.
Space is really good. Super Booth pancakes, I'm super
Booth,
interested
I
in.
fucking love.
Yeah,
I've
Super
heard
Booth is
Super
great.
So I'm a
fire.
sativa guy.
Yeah, I
like
love it.
sativas. I like citrusy. I'm weird. I like the racy shit.
Me too.
Like-
Look at this one batch of
I love
Super
that,
Booth.
but I do love indicas too. Like I love everything. I really
You guys-
like. I'll.
I will. No, I smoke
love it.
everything,
I'll
but I
smoke
really
everything.
enjoy like sativa. Like indica for
Look
me
at
is the end
these
of the
Super
night.
Booth Juniors that dropped a while back.
Those are very nice.
They're literally not juniors.
No,
They're
they're
not.
not.
Look at this.
I swear, our juniors are not juniors.
So nice.
They're
Runts
so
OG
good.
is very good.
Right. Oh, neon runts as well. That's a very interesting effect
Super
wise.
pure runts.
Oh, ooh, platinum cookies. What is this?
Dropped today as
Platinum
well.
Cookies dropped today.
That's a runts one. huh?
Yeah. So I think the buys today are going to be platinum cookies.
Sure banger is also a go-to if it's on the menu. Definitely a
heard
snack,
Sure Banger's really
good.
especially since you're a sativa lover. Very good.
Yeah, Shebanger is really good. The blue guava gelato is a little sativa too.
I wanted to try that.
Yeah, I would definitely grab it for sure.
I've gone
So,
through a lot of
I
that.
like
yeah,
a
I've
lot of
gone
the
through-
preferred. Like I like the preferred strains. David. So we interviewed David for the show. He's
Awesome.
a fucking gem.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
yeah,
cool.
amazing.
I think they put out a good, but like I have to say the flowery strains. All that you guys don't have mimosa. I was hoping to get that.
Yeah. Well, the thing with preferred
We have-
gardens is obviously. Oh yeah, we do.
We do have mimosa.
Yeah,
So that was an OG flowery strain.
Yeah.
Now it's back out again.
Yeah.
that's
yeah,
a cool one.
that's
It
the
was
thing, we
cool
have a lot of
seeing like
AGs.
the triangle
Brian-
mints come back
Brian said
and
he
the
wants
jet
to put out
fuel.
more OG crosses.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's happening hopefully soon. Who knows? Orange Tide I think is really cool. So and a thing about that is it's our only ratio strain. So I've heard really good things. I know that it was a strain that one plant was selling. And obviously we kind of
I know that they used to have one called Cannatonic.
Cannatonic, yeah.
And I just every time I added it to my cart because I always wanted to try it, but like I have a hard time buying a low THC high CBD weed for the same price.
Yeah. I actually really do love CBD. I was a big CBD person back in the day, but I think I use it a lot less because my anxiety is down, so I don't really need it as much. But when I have anxiety, I would just get CBD tinctures and just pour that
Honestly,
down my
same. I do remember doing that too.
What do you guys? What's your preferred consumption method?
Oh, right now dabbing.
Because that's all we can.
That's all we can do inside right now. We've been going. Hell yeah, we've been going through so many dabs. What are our favorite dabs lately? Sunday Driver.
Sunday Driver. So good.
Lemonheads.
710.
Okay.
All I've been really smoking is
710. Yeah.
It's not that I don't love RBHO. RBHO is actually delicious.
It is really good.
A lot of RBHO even like smokes like rosin, which is crazy. Because usually it doesn't look the same. It doesn't smell the same. It doesn't taste the same. And it's like it has that just nice terpy deliciousness versus that just like BHO.
I mean, like
vibe.
I don't know how your thoughts on burger shops, but like don't get me wrong, I love Five Guys, but if there's a burger fire around, like you know.
Exactly.
That's only people who are in Florida gonna understand that. And I just happen to prefer BurgerFi, so it's a terrible analogy.
BurgerFi is really good though.
I didn't know how good BurgerFi was until they came out with this like crazy like truffle mushroom.
Oh my gosh, I want to try that.
Oh, the CEO.
It went away really quick and I was so upset about it, but they need to bring that thing back because I had no idea that it oh my god.
So you guys
was so good.
I mean, it's a great company to want to consume dabs with because you guys have 710 here.
Oh my gosh, yeah, it's so nice.
Yeah,
it's so nice.
And then they just dropped the 8th today too, so their flower game is getting a lot
Picking
better.
Up some
and
cherry zest.
Yeah,
I'm starting to see it on the menu more.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did you guys try the Candy Chrome?
Not yet.
That's like cocaine weed.
Really?
It's super racy.
Oh, what? Yeah, what was
awesome.
The cross? We looked at it earlier.
It's
runts
is
or
it
something.
Jet Fuel Gelato?
No, it was something mints. Was it? I think was
the
mints?
menthol.
Menthol.
Yep.
White runts and the menthol.
Maybe I should get that one today.
Oh, there's so many options. That's the hard part.
With a racy sativa, I always say like if you're dealing with something, it's gonna make you deal with it.
Oh yeah.
You can't avoid it. But
if you're
not dealing with something,
it's gonna make you want to deal with something.
You get super creative and like insightful and shit.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
That, so.
I love that. Like my favorite thing is just smoking weed and like doing something creative, painting, creating videos. I've been doing a lot of like content lately.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Fun. We've been getting artsy.
Yeah, we have been.
We've been getting pretty artsy.
Keelin and I are like kind of starting a YouTube together ish.
Okay.
So we're like starting a little bit of videos here and there, just like us smoking weed, just like fucking around pretty much. Fun. Yeah.
Just being us, having fun, having a good time, talking about our lives.
Yeah.
Nice. Very cool.
Not doing these amazing, educational, very well set up videos like you.
It wasn't always this way.
Yeah. That's how.
It started. I mean, I always had this microphone, but it started with like a webcam. Like, so most of the episodes we do are from my office at home via Zoom. Like,
oh yeah.
You know,
it's pretty impressive.
You guys invited.
It's really impressive. Yeah, this is awesome.
Yeah, this is fun.
We've done 2 episodes from your grow facility in Homestead. One with Brian, one with David Pauly.
I love that.
I mean, I did an episode early on with Steph.
Oh, I love Steph.
I've been begging Donovan to do it. He won't do it.
Oh,
Donovan.
Donovan's one of my favorite people on the
planet. Cool.
Such a nice guy. He's just always smiling. Every time I see him, just walking around.
He's the most unintentionally funny person I know.
Yeah.
So,
great group of people.
Everyone that works here, I was talking about it earlier today. I was like, every single person is just so unique and has something just like
to offer.
Amazing to offer. Like it's absolutely wild how every single one of us just like can come together and just have a great time and do like sell amazing weed to a great group of people.
Such a vibe.
Such a vibe. I love it.
We do love it.
It's a great community. So I appreciate you guys both sitting down with us. Is there anything you want to promote before I let you go? Is the YouTube channel established yet?
You can follow our Instagrams. We post more there.
Okay.
Yeah. My weed Instagram is Katie May Sec 420.
Mine is Token Keeks. There might be an underscore somewhere around there. I'm not really sure. But you can also find it on my real Instagram,
Yeah.
which is just my name. Keelin
Just
Hoffman.
go to the Flowery's following and then just type in Token Keeks.
We're getting instructions.
You'll find it.
That's how you'll find it.
You'll find it.
Awesome. Well, I'll let you guys both get back to
Thank
work.
you.
I appreciate
Thank you for
you.
having us. This was
so
really
much
fun.
Of course. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
All right.
Yay.
We'll see you guys next time.
Thanks.
Bye.